Okay guys, so this is my finished look. Get ready with me to do nothing, but I'm still put on clothes. Get ready with me though. So how have y'all been? Let's talk. I've been good, trying new products. They said this is good, I'ma try it. This is good, I'ma try it. But yeah, so I had to work last week. Normal day. Went to my second job. Got my second job working. Had a sharp pain down here. Couldn't move. I was screaming to the top of my lungs, crying on the phone with my mama. Didn't know what to do, right? She came and picked me up from work. In the car, screaming, crying. She said, "You're going to the hospital." But yeah, screaming, crying, get in the car with my mama. She told me, "I'm going to the hospital." Pull up at home, end up getting in the car with my fiance, get to the hospital. Got there at about 10:50 that night. No, maybe 9:30 that night. We get there at about 9:30, and we sit in the lobby. We sit in the waiting room for about how long we sat in the waiting room?
See how?
He's so for real.
Wow.
He went to sleep and everything. So I was playing a game on my phone. It took us about an hour in the waiting room. So what am I doing? Fuck. Oh, wrong thing. I'm messing up. Okay, so yeah, so it took us about an hour in the waiting room. And I finally got called to the bed. So we got called to the bed. The doctor came in, asked me my symptoms, how I felt, blah, blah, blah. So I told him. So he was like, "Well, it sounds like appendicitis, though, but we're going to make sure." Appendicitis. So he told me that it could be appendicitis, but he don't want to just like scare me. But I feel like you already done scared me, so I had to go Google it. Blah, blah, blah. I'll put the definition right here. But yeah, so he said it could be appendicitis, so he gonna give me a CT scan and a CT scan, and like I had to do lab and all that type of stuff. Blah blah. So that was at like maybe right at 11:30. He told me that I didn't go back for a CT scan until about like 1 in the morning because I had to drink this nasty ass yellow stuff. Basically it lit up my whole inside. I had to drink it so it can light up my insides. So when I get under the machine, I had to put my whole body, like lay on something and go in the machine the way it scans my body. And then the stuff that I drunk lights up and tell them, you know, it's something wrong in that area. So yeah, so I drank that liquid. I even got on TikTok before it got deleted. And I was in there for so long, I went on TikTok to look at different people that was going through the same stuff I was going through. So when I drank that stuff, they was like, "It's fine, blah, blah," which it was fine. Like, it tasted like lemonade because they mixed the stuff with something. It was basically lemonade, but with a medication in it. So, yeah, so okay, boom. At about 1:40, I went back for my CT scan. Mind you, I started drinking the stuff at like maybe 12:15, 12:20. Then I had to wait on it to get them. I had to drink. The cup was like maybe this tall. It was like one of them extra large styrofoam cups. Yeah, I had to drink a whole thing of that, and I had to drink it all for it to do what it's supposed to do. So that took me like maybe 30 minutes to drink. And then after that, the nurse came in. He was like, "You done?" He went and let the doctor know. That took like 10 minutes. Then I had to wait another couple minutes for the CT nurse to come back there. So the CT nurse, real cool, real nice, real sweet. He real sweet. He came and got me, and he taught me through the process. And if you ever had a CT done, you know you got to lay in the machine and hold your breath and all that stuff. Yeah. So I did my CT, and the results took maybe like 5 minutes to come back. But of course, it just took the doctor decades to come and tell me my results. So so it took the doctor maybe, I don't know, after I got my results, it took the doctor maybe I'm gonna just say 20 minutes to be on the safe side. It took the doctor 20 minutes to come in and say, well, yeah, you got appendicitis. So we about to contact the surgeon. Mind you, it's 2 in the morning at that point. Now I know it was 2 in the morning because I have a text message from my mama. It's 2 in the morning at that point. So he said, we got to reach out to our surgeon. I'm thinking in my mind, what the hell? Ain't no surgeon up at this morning, but I forgot. Surgeons happen all times of the day, you know, so it's on call surgeon somewhere. So, yeah, so they reached out. They was reaching out to the surgeon, but they couldn't get him because he was sleeping. He was on call, but he was sleeping. Like they didn't know if he was just getting out of a surgery, so they had to wait till he hit him back up, basically. So about 3:30 that morning, they finally got in contact with the surgeon, and he was like, it's gonna have to be, you know, later on in that day because he had, you know, other surgeries before that, which that was understandable. You know, I came into the ER with the problem. It already was scheduled surgeries prior to that, so I couldn't do nothing but understand that. So in the meantime, in my area we have a main campus hospital, and then we have a like a smaller hospital, like a little regional hospital. So it's one big hospital, then you go like 20 minutes down the road, and it's a smaller hospital emergency room, just in case the bigger one is like packed. So I went to the one that was like 20 minutes away from my house because you get in and get out, but that wasn't the case that night. So it was 3:30 that morning, so I was sitting in my room. So they was like, okay, so what's gonna happen is the main campus hospital is gonna send an ambulance to come and get me, and I'm gonna go to the main hospital, which was in, you know, back uptown. So I was like, okay, I thought it was gonna be at that moment. No, I still was there till, I want to say like 5:30 that morning. Then the ambulance came and got me and transported me to the main center. So basically the reason why they didn't let me go home and just come back for the surgery, because, you know, my appendix could have ruptured. And if you know, like I said, I'm gonna put all that right there, or either you can just go Google it if you ain't got time to wait. If you know, you know, like if you've ever dealt with appendicitis before, you know, like that's serious. And if it ruptures, you can go septic shock and you can die, DIE. So they didn't want that on their hands, so they was like, yeah, no, we're not gonna let you go home. You just gotta basically do what we say, or, you know, you don't want to live. And I wanted to live. I want to live, so I had to just let it happen. So about maybe 5 that morning, yeah, it was about 5 that morning, the ambulance ended up coming on the main campus, and they got me, or whatever the case may be. The ambulance driver was real cool. She just can't drive, but she was cool. So if you ever see this, I'm talking about you. Yeah, they took me to the main campus, and I sat there for 5 hours. I sat in not a waiting room. They actually took me to a room because, you know, because I came off the ambulance with something in emergency, so they had a room waiting for me. So I went to my room, and I was there from like I said, maybe 5:30 until about 1. And about 1:40, they started rushing. They not rushing me, but they told me to undress and prepare for my surgery. So I went up at about 1 o'clock. I prepared. So I forgot where I left off at. So yeah, so I get upstairs and I'm in pre-op. So at that point, my heart is racing, which I just went through a surgery back in October. Yeah, I went through a surgery in October. I got my gallbladder taken out. I know y'all gonna be saying, "Golly, girl, all your organs gonna be gone after a while." Yeah, you're right. Because I just had surgery in October, then boom, I'm back in January. Well, okay, so I get it pre-op. And they are preparing me for surgery. The lady gotta, shave my lady area. Ask me a lot of questions, a series of health questions, health-related questions. Just, prepare me for surgery. So, mind y'all, I had my charger, but I was in, like, different areas for a long period of time to where, like, I can put my phone on charge, but the charger was, I would have to sit my phone down and then, like, let it charge. And y'all probably would say, like, well, just go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep because, baby, to know that my appendix can rupture and I can go into septic shock, like, that was on my mind. I know that there's other surgeons in front of me, but can you hurry up? Not being selfish. But anywho, so yeah, so I'm like, I'm nervous. So I don't want to put my phone down. I'll put it down like maybe for 10 minutes and let it charge. But then I'm like, okay, I gotta go check on my kids. I gotta see what's going on TikTok. I gotta see what's going on my Facebook. Like I was just all over the place. So I couldn't sit my phone down. So yeah, so I got in pre-op and I was like, they were like, so, who's gonna come and get you and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I prefer my mama to come and get me because, she know, like, she knows. She done been through a lot. Y'all know my mama is a cancer survivor, breast cancer survivor. So I just, I would rather my mama come and get me. And I don't get me wrong, my fiance was there. He did come. He ended up being the one to come and get me. But my mama came, like, just for moral support, even though she had to go to work. But she still came and was there and was handling stuff for me too. So both of them was there. So, you know what I just realized? I did not feel in my brows. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, so both of them were there. So I get to the back. Before I got to the back, my mom was like, well, I'm finna go to work, but I'm gonna, make sure your fiance come up here, Trey, come up here while I'm at work to get you. So, blah, blah, blah. So I gave him all his information to call, let him know that I was ready. So, okay, Dr. Fields. Yeah, Dr. Fields ended up coming in, talking to me, and he was like, yeah, so, this is what we're going to do, and blah, 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 blah. It's going to be, quick, and it's going to be good. This is how you're going to recover. You should be good by Friday. I had my surgery Tuesday. Friday, I was back up, but I wasn't supposed to be doing too much. So, I didn't even feel in my neck. Lord! So, I was like, okay, cool. I had this one nurse, like, I was iffy about her. Two of my nurses was so sweet. Oh my God, they were so sweet. But it was this one, like, she was nice, but she was the kind of nice, like, I'm just being nice because that's what I gotta do. You can tell the other two nurses was being nice because that's who they are. Like, you can tell the genuine nice versus the kind of nice, like, I'm just getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was that kind. So, she was asking me about my ring. She said, you're engaged. Where's your ring? Get out of my business. Get out of my business. Where's your ring? She had one on her hand. But where is your ring? Where your engagement ring at? You only got a wedding ring. Where's your engagement ring? Get out of my business. Let me tell it when I want to tell it. I told her though. I told her I just don't like wearing my ring. So yeah, so she was like, so when Dr. Fields left, he went to go prepare for my surgery. Well, he went back into the OR to prepare. So my mom was like, all right, I love you, blah, blah, blah. So I had my IV in my arm. They had already gave me I still got the thing in my, you can see it, yeah, right there. But they had already gave me my IV and went on ahead and injected the calming medicine, like to kind of calm me down, because my heart rate was through the roof because I was nervous. So they gave me that, and within maybe 5 minutes, you can feel a difference, like, because it's going directly in your vein versus a pill. You got to wait on that. No, that pain medicine, I mean, not the pain medicine, the medicine like to kind of calm me down, baby, 5 minutes tops. Who finna have surgery, baby? I'm finna go to sleep. That's the only thing I was thinking, like, this ain't finna be no surgery. I'm going to sleep. So, oh, this is the wrong brush, Lord. So yeah, so I started feeling fine. My mama was, I heard my mama talking to me. Then I was going to the OR. The lady was like, she was cool. She was like, girl, if I hit these walls, please don't report me. I was laughing. I can remember that part. So, she was like, you ain't scared? I said, not no more since y'all done gave me those drugs. Oh, she laughed. She said, well, that's what they're for. She said, everything's fine. Dr. Fields is a good doctor. Blah, blah, blah. Finally got to the OR. It is so cold in there, y'all. The OR is so cold. So, at that point, Dr. Fields is in there, and they had to transfer me over to the surgery table. So he was like, all right, we were talking, and I remember I said, what's the hardest part of y'all job? And they were like, we're having this conversation and you're not even gonna remember anything. Bitch, if I wasn't gonna remember nothing, why am I talking about it now? So she was like, you're not even gonna remember the thing. She's like, but the hardest part, I would say, it's like you get some difficult patients or something, she said. She was like, you get difficult patients that don't want to cooperate. They're too scared to, like, do what we tell them to do. And she was like, then you get some kind of heavier patients. And she was like, we got to help lift. And they're, like, embarrassed. And so they don't want to cooperate. And I was like, that was the last thing I remember. Because not the last thing I remember. Because I remember the doctor cut her off and said, all right, we're about to inject the anesthesia. I said, okay. I promise you, not even 5 seconds later, that was it. So, yeah, so I did surgery. So, boom. So yeah, so they did surgery. So okay, so after that, I remember being back in my I was in after surgery. I forgot what that room called when you go after surgery. But I went there, and I remember her saying, "Do you want anything to drink?" And I was like, "A Sprite." She was like, "Okay." She gave me a cup of Sprite. So I remember that. So then she was like, "We're gonna call your fiance and let him know you're done." So I heard her on the phone with him. She put it on speaker, and she was like, "Hey, we're just with this East Alabama Medical Center, letting you know that we're done with Kimbrell Watts' surgery, and you know, you can meet us such and such and such." So she was talking to me. She was like, "That wasn't so bad," and blah blah blah. And so I was like, "Yeah, that wasn't bad," blah blah blah. But mind y'all, I'm off all types of drugs, so I wasn't in no pain. I was ready to go home. So she was like, "This is what you gotta do," you know, basically give me the rundown of stuff I gotta do. The stuff I already know. So she was like, "This is what you gotta do. The doctor doesn't want you to do this. You gotta take this. We're gonna send you a prescription for this. We're gonna send you a prescription for, you know, this and this." I'm like, "Okay, but I already know this." So yeah. So at that time, my fiance is there, and they are with me to the car. Well, in the middle of with me to the car, we were supposed to stop by the because they got well, of course they got an apothecary in there. I mean, they're a hospital, and that's where I don't go to like CVS and stuff like that for my medications. I go straight to the hospital because it's cheaper there to me. So they wheeled me there to get my medicine, and I didn't get all my medicine. So yeah, so I ended up leaving, but it's because the person that was wheeling me, like, she was rude. She was real rude. Like, she didn't do nothing. She didn't speak. She didn't even speak when she came and got me. Like, she just was rude. Like, "Baby, why are you here? What do you want to go to Burger King? Do you want to go to McDonald's? They're hiring at all times. Go get a job there if you're not friendly." I just feel like that. So she didn't get all my medicine. So yeah, so we went home after that. So I basically been recovering like I'm supposed to do. I basically have been supposed to recover. Excuse me. So yeah, I've been recovering. There we go. I have been in recovery mode. So that's where I have been these months. Not months, these weeks. Yeah, there we go. I have been in recover. You want to talk about recover? Y'all know you get, you don't. But yeah, that's why I've been recovering. Nah. I'm gonna pull out my juice place. Julius place. Oh yeah, that's my story time of what I've had to go through in the past week. But you know what? All glory to God. All glory to God. Because without the mindset, if I didn't have the mindset that I have, get up, Kimberly. you want to go get it checked out, which is a part of my anxiety. Who knows? My appendix could have ruptured. And I would have been looking SHITTY real bad. So yeah, I would have been looking crazy. So all glory to God with the type of mindset that I do have is to get up and go get your body checked out. Because some people just would have just been like, you know what, it's just a little pain, let me take a pain pill. I got up and got it, little honey. Yeah, so I got up and got it, honey. So oh my gosh. Yeah, so all glory to God. All glory to God. You ain't gotta be perfect. I'm gonna take it right back off. Yeah, I'm gonna put them over right here. Okay guys, so this is my finished look. Like I said, I ain't got nothing to do. I just was bored and I want to give y'all a story time. And yeah, that was the story of me getting my appendix taken out last week. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy. I don't know, this is kind of cute. So yeah, that's my appendix story. I had to get my appendix taken out last week, and y'all watch me do my makeup. Again, like, comment, subscribe. See you later, beauties. Bye.